Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to Jagged Alliance 3. As today we return to a world that's similar, but not quite the same as the one we just left. That is to say, we've had a bit of a minor retcon here, though for the most part within the confines of what I described last time around. We've still got the same folks, though stats are very slightly different because of, the RNG and the whole learn by doing system. And one of the big differences here is, of course, that Fox and Grizzly are already on a slow boat home, enjoying each other's company, no doubt. And then this here, of course, is our biggest change. Retcon. New and improved, and totally jacked. I would say that he had sucked out Grizzly's essence and left him a withered husk, but I'm pretty sure that's Fox's deal. That's it, the strength is purely a convenience feature. Negotiator, on the other hand, that will have some actual in-game impact. That said, let's tag in our two new members. We'll have to go ahead and dump this diamond shipment. As far as I can tell, they are not needed for other things, so we should be good to go there. Aha, I knew it wasn't a one-time offer, you liars. It's not my first day on the internet. Okay, so anyway, we're still limited on funds, but at this point, after looking at all of our options, particularly medics, which we really do need one of, I almost went with Dr. Q. He used to be my boy back in JA2, and I do love the melee builds, but he's actually kind of weirdly buggy. I had a lot of fun testing him, but I'd rather avoid bugs, so MD it is. I've never really used him much. I was always kind of a Spider and Dr. Q kind of guy. But, on paper, he looks okay. The zoophobia sucks, but it's definitely not as bad as his old heat exhaustion flaw. He's got a high wisdom, so there's a lot of growth potential there. He's got teaching, which replaces the one we lost with Fox, because I forgot she was the one giving us our plus 10% XP growth. And he's also got a couple of morale boosting perks, so just like with Livewire, that should help keep our morale above water.
Hi, is this a prank call? Last time some mercs contacted me under an alias and sent me to Cambodia for 2 weeks. So, is this a genuine offer?
Ah, poor MD. Yeah, like I said, I never really used him much, but I do remember him being the perpetual butt of jokes for other veteran mercenaries. He was the perpetual rookie, book smart but completely inexperienced and naive. Though he should have some miles on him after the whole Arulco campaign.
Oh, wow! I never thought this would happen. You sure you want me? Of course, you're sure. That was stupid of me. Sorry. Where are we going? Africa? I'll pack some shorts.
Alright, MD. I like you. You made a good first impression. What's going on over here? Oh, right, and it'll be a couple of days before he shows up. So we have to plan around that. Well, that's fun. I tried clicking on some of the links before, but they all just led to broken web pages. This is the first one I've seen that actually worked. I'll mess with that a little off-screen, see if there's any actual Easter eggs there. But for now, let's grab our 6th. And given that we just dropped our heavy weapons expert, I am thinking we'll tag in a new one. Someone who, conveniently, happens to fall just within our price range. Norma Meltdown Jessup. A character I have used before, but one I have not necessarily missed. She is definitely one of the more abrasive hires, but she's also a psycho who just happens to fall into exactly the role we need for our squad. Plus, she's a little more focused on ranged combat than Grizzly was. Grizzly was kind of a hybrid of heavy weapons and melee, whereas Jessup here is definitely more about fully automatic weapons with the ambidextrous perk. So in theory, we could slap a couple of Uzis in our off slots, or maybe just some heavier handguns. If we can ever find any. I mean, thus far it's just been high powers and peacemakers.
Meltdown here. This about a job? Alright, deal. Get ready. Hurricane Norma's a-comin'.
Whoa, now, careful there, Meltdown. That's the kind of inappropriate banter that got Fox kicked out on her tail. Okay, reinforcements on the way. We've got 48 hours before they arrive, so we'll head for H6 and just set up camp. Sadly, we don't have intel on that sector in this reality, but that's easy enough to fix. We've got time to kill.
Okay. What a cute place. Seen it. Bye now.
Arrived at the location.
Let's get a scouting party out. We don't need to canvass the entire area, but we do want to get intel on that mine. Bonus, if we can also get intel on the sector we're currently in.
I'm all into it.
And then we'll get our gear patched, because it is not in great shape. Side note, apparently sending people out on scouting runs is one of the ways that you can boost wisdom. So that is certainly something to keep in mind. That's how Rhett got one of his 2 points.
All done. If you need me, I will be reading my book.
The other one came from spotting all those mines. Next batch of repairs.
This task will not be a problem to me, and I will be honored to do it.
Reinforcements just hit Ernie. Let's get the double MD to H6. Got intel on H6, that's where we are. Plus I7 and I8, just south of us. And we got intel on Larry. That's got to be Larry Roachburn. Wow. That was the explosives expert who was constantly in and out of rehab. Gotta say, not my first choice when it comes to the hallowed ranks of Merc. But it is nice to see a familiar face. Also, Rhett got mauled by wild animals, because of course he did. And that's where Larry is, of course. I guess he's being held at an enemy outpost. Unfortunately, that means we can't just go grab him. We'll have to figure out how to wear down their defenses first to make it more manageable. But we'll just let future retcon worry about that. Today, our priority is to get the new squad set up, and to get some income flowing. Because otherwise, we will be out of business pretty quick. MD, good to see you too. Let's go ahead and tag you in. Rearrange our ranks so we've got the close quarters guys up front and the support in back. And let's get you guys equipped. Oh yes, this brings us to the new toys we got, because of course, as aforementioned, loot drops. Some of them are fixed, especially quest rewards. But a lot of the stuff we found was randomized. And while we got less crafting ingredients this time around, we did get some nice new toys to play with. Such as this MP5K. Not exactly high damage, but I am definitely eager to give it a shot. I've never had one of these before. At least not in Jagged Alliance 3. Came pre-equipped with a couple of mods, most notably a shortened barrel, which reduces the firing cost. And then it's got a lot of other slots we could play with too. So we'll do some light customizing. We're not exactly swimming in parts. We got less parts in this run as well. But let's do some stuff for aim. Yeah, let's get a default stock in. Remove that aim debuff. We'll switch to a quick mag for faster reloading. We'll pass on scopes for now. I'd like to test run the gun a bit before we burn a lens. But we will slap a flashlight on this bad boy, remove that darkness penalty during night ops. And we'll slap a compensator on this thing. Meltdown's pretty much the opposite of a stealth operative. So by the time she joins a fray, the time for stealth is over. As for MD, he comes with an upgraded medical kit. That's a nice bonus. And we will toss him that FAMAS that we just got back in Ernie. We'll also hold on to one AK as a backup, since we only have about 60 rounds for this FAMAS. And again, I'd really like to test run it before I commit. But it does seem a shame to not use it, because as we saw last time around, it is rocking some pretty high-end mods. This one is interesting because it's submachine gun damage output, but longer range and higher accuracy. So it's kind of a hybrid piece, might be a good fit for him. We'll do the vertical grip, but we'll skip the bipod for now. Might do that later, if I like the way this thing handles. We'll toss the spare high power to Meltdown, give her some nice point blank offhands. And we do actually have one other nice new toy to play with. On mouse, we have an M14, which we picked up from a random drop in Fort Leblow, or however you pronounce that. I have been corrected every time. Regardless, the M14 is highly moddable. So for mouse, we're going to go for stealth. We'll do a full-blown suppressor using our only steel pipe. I'm not sure about doing the tactical flashlight, because I'm not sure if that actually hurts her stealth ability. I don't think it does, but we'll pass for now until I know for sure. And then we'll do, instead of the vertical grip, we'll do the tactical grip. Because with mouse, I want to be able to switch off to her knife quickly. Since, as we saw back in the bunker, she's pretty handy with a blade. We'll do improved iron sights. But again, we'll pass on the scope until I'm sure I like this thing. That's a small but notable accuracy bump. And we'll go for the ergonomic expanded mag, which, as near as I can tell, is just the best option here. It combines the expanded and the quick mag. The only thing it doesn't get is improved reliability. And we'll pass on the stock because we're almost out of parts. But that definitely looks to be a pretty solid weapon. I'm looking forward to getting it out in the field. Which we will hopefully do shortly once we get intel on this mine. Also, we need to patch Retcon's gaping wounds. Oh yeah, look at that. That is much faster now that we have an actual MD.
I'll get right on it.
Oh, gear's done, right. Let's get the last batch going.
My wounds are healing.
Repairs are done, gear's all set. I guess we could get Livewire to help with scouting. That should reduce the time requirement without actually resetting the timer.
Fine.
Hey, +1 health. Nice. Yeah, I had to sacrifice a few points from health and dexterity to afford some of Rhett's other minor upgrades. But, you know, I figured given how much he gets mauled, it's only a matter of time before he's tough as nails again. We're still waiting on the scouting team, so let's get some training on. We'll have Rhett do some strength training, see if we can unlock more inventory space. I will admit this is why I bumped his leadership, so that he could more efficiently teach convenience attributes like this to the rest of the party. Because man, oh man, even with his maxed out strength, we are still going to need much more in the way of inventory slots. And there we go, Mafumu's Mine. Plus Camp Savan. And Abandoned Mansion. Intriguing. How'd we do in that strength training? Okay, so we got some gains, just not enough to actually make a difference just yet. Let's scope out our entry sector real quick. There was no enemy presence, which is good because we've got a dust storm in progress.
The hell you want?
Dried up lagoon. Secret stash. And that, of course, is why you want to scout these sectors.
Meltdown here. You want something?
As you wish.
Aside from that, though, this is pretty indicative of what a lot of these sort of
Follow
transition
me, or I'll just follow
travel
you.
sectors are like,
That's
the
right.
ones between major locations.
Do a check for cheddar.
They're generally smaller, simpler, but they are all unique, and some of them do hide some pretty interesting secrets.
Yes?
Plus, of course, you can earmark sectors with good defensible or tactical setups for those times when you have to intercept patrols or diamond shipments or other such things. So even though a lot of them are empty when you first get to them, they do serve a strategic purpose, aside from random loot, of course. Which I appreciate. You know, there's a lot of other bigger, more elaborate sectors to explore as well.
Michael here.
Alright, let's walk the perimeter, grab that stash. I just want to make sure I'm not overlooking any other obvious loot.
We're going, right?
So bossy.
Seems pretty
Come
empty,
with
and we're
me,
definitely not
everyone.
finding herbs in the desert.
Sure.
Worth checking that out.
Blade Sharpener. Can be combined with melee weapons. Sharpened weapons have increased damage. Interesting. We'll hold on to that for now, as tempting as it is to
MD
sharpen one of
present.
Mouse's knives.
Heading out.
I feel like we should hold out until we find something a little better than a standard combat knife.
We're going, right?
Or at least until we find another sharpening stone, then I won't feel like I'm wasting the
Bosses
only one
around.
we've got.
So bossy.
And I think we're
Yes,
clear.
sir. We're on it.
That's it for this sector. So, let's set our sights on the mine. Mafumu's Mine. Ooh. We've got dogmen. We've got gnolls. Or perhaps just plain old run-of-the-mill hyenas. Nice. We've got a good cluster of intel here.
Okay, just letting you know. I'm super all done here.
Okay, let's do this. Someone we can chat with over there. Looks like Indiana Jones. Pack of trained hyenas just chilling out in a tent. That's probably normal. Sarcophagus. Got a cluster of 3 baddies near the center of camp. Oh yeah, South Dakota Smith. What's up, buddy? Another couple of guards on the actual diamond pit, looks like. Okay, okay. This seems pretty straightforward. Troll ambush spot. Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah, I see. If they stop in that little dead-end area, that would give you a good spot to flank them from. And that cluster of hyenas... that makes it almost trivially easy to take them out.
Recognize that species. Let me get my field guide.
Let's move up.
Try to remain hidden.
This plan sucks.
I can't be sure, but that might be something interesting. Right?
Now, we are going to nuke the poor puppers. I hate to do it, but it's got to be done. Especially with MD on our party. He will freak out if those things come at us.
My babusia told me to hunt this way.
I will try to remain hidden. Okay.
But the big concern is that when I lob that grenade, it's going to be loud.
What?
So if there are any guards even remotely close, they will hear it, and it'll kick off the fight.
Going under cover.
Sorry, doggos.
Yes?
Yeah, I don't feel great about that, but onward, my friends. Through the glaring headlights of this truck. That probably wasn't a great move.
Quiet.
And there's our patrol. So yeah, they go right into that dead-end area there. I mean, obviously they want us to set up in that pit, but I feel like that's a bad idea, because if something goes sideways,
Ignore me.
the only way out is through the enemies that you're ambushing.
There's a spirit in the woods.
Though, we could set up...
We should take a closer look at this.
Ooh, interesting. We'll go back for that.
This is always the best
We
way
could
to
set
do
up
things.
on higher ground, up on like this platform here, or behind this wall over here, on the elevated areas. Then if things go bad, we can go prone and take cover behind the wall, or just scatter into the darkness.
There's a spirit in the woods.
They cannot hit what they cannot see.
Yeah, this should work.
Trying to be quiet.
So we've got a fairly unobstructed view from here down to the ambush spot below.
Quietly? Like this?
And then we'll set our shorter range characters
I will
up
try to
here.
remain hidden.
I'll do it as quiet as I
Yeah,
can.
over here. Pretty sure that railing wouldn't actually provide cover, aside from maybe the
Not a problem for
whatever's
once.
left of that winch we just tore up. Okay, 3 at center. Oh, shoot. Oh, right. They see a blown-up pack of hyenas and are probably justifiably freaking out over it. Well, that does change things, doesn't it? Yeah, I don't think they're coming back. I think they're going to be staying over there until they figure out what's going on.
Careful. This mouse.
So... Oh, no, they're going closer. Okay, yeah, we've got to get over there.
Babusia told me to hunt this way.
I imagine they'll raise the alarm at some point. So we should probably be close enough to knock them out when they do.
I see a target. About damn time.
In visual.
As silent as a spirit in the woods.
Let's circle the truck. We'll try to use those crates as cover, maybe.
This sneaky shit.
Actually,
ain't
no,
my
wait.
style.
We don't want to... Oh. And that's it. Time's up. Okay, let's do this. Snipers first. We'll see if we can get some easy stealth kills.
It's an easy shot to make from cover.
When I was little, I would hide from everyone. The villain won't see this coming. I have
Nice.
snuck like Baba Yaga in the night.
Baba Yaga. What are you, John Wick all of a sudden?
I truly think I cannot be fully blamed for that.
I don't know about that live wire. You put it into the ground like 10 feet in front of you.
As long as there isn't a cat nearby, I should be able to get away with this.
Oh, you guys are killing me. Come on. Okay, let's go loud.
Ready.
You could not hit me if you tried 1,000 times!
Really? You sure about that?
Grenade! Ah, it hurts! It hurts!
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Damn, I hope there's a lot of blood.
There we
Just
go.
not a day's work until someone dies.
I don't think so. They will definitely spot me. Trying to be quiet.
All right, MD, it's all you, buddy. Odds are slightly against us. But that will do it. Fantastic.
Good at hide and seek.
Come with me, everyone!
Being quiet ain't my strong suit.
And somehow the other group did not hear that. Interesting. I mean, I'll take it, but I do question it.
Quiet.
I do not know what it is, but we should probably take it just in case we need it.
Lucky Bernard and Schliemann. Schliemann? Schlaman.
Like this?
Salamander. Okay, so at a glance here, I think the best place to engage these guys from is right behind them. That grants us elevation and cover.
Moving.
Might as well chat up Bernard while we're here.
Quiet.
Combat's for shooting, not flapping your gums.
Or not. Fair enough.
Quiet as a church mouse.
I mean, sometimes you can talk to people during combat, like with Billy Boy back in Ernie. Not that he really had much to contribute.
Quiet.
Oh, we've got a roving spotlight beam.
There's no way they ain't gonna see me.
That's a nice feature.
Trying to be quiet.
Yeah, so if we had tried going down on the lower path, we would have almost certainly been spotted right there.
Okay.
I'm good at making people.
Enemy soldier. Looks like he is just doing his job at the moment.
Thankfully, we decided to get high
Ready
first.
to, do stuff.
Right, Larry? Larry?
This is always the best way
Oh,
to do
right.
things.
Still kidnapped.
Moving.
As silent as a spirit in the woods. They cannot hit what they cannot see.
What?
Okay.
Don't want to risk getting too close, even with that wall there.
The hell you want?
Michael here. Sure.
Oh, yeah, well,
Well, down
okay.
here.
Yeah, they're spotting us from all the way back here, too.
I'm good at making people ignore me. Quiet as a church mouse.
Better to go unnoticed, yeah?
Careful. This mouse bites.
Better to go unnoticed, yeah?
I'm good at making people ignore
It's
me.
pretty workable. Mouse isn't in a great spot, though. You know what? Let's,
Quiet as a
she's
church
stealthy.
mouse.
Let's bring her up closer.
Not a problem for a mouse.
Ideally within knifing range.
Quiet as a church mouse.
When I was little, I would hide from everyone. Making this shot would be like something out of a fairy tale.
Really? Okay,
Ready.
Moving.
about from here?
I shall not make a noise. A good surprise shot from here.
Much better.
Huh? Enemies!
I'm good at making people ignore me.
Going loud.
Careful. This mouse bites.
And unfortunately, Mouse isn't close enough for knifing now. Maybe if she stands? No, still not even close. Alright, let's try that new rifle.
I'm good at being overlooked. Good chance at a sneak attack here.
Oh, fuck!
We'll take it. Fall back. And she cannot re-hide yet.
As silent as a spirit in the woods.
Let's have live wire pop a shot.
I much prefer combat like this.
Nice.
The hell you want?
Got a graze in.
Watch me put this one down like a sick dog.
There we go. There we go. Which nets us our very first mine. Fantastic. Though income will be fairly sparse early on. I believe it starts at 5%, and then we have to work up from there. By, as it says there, earning loyalty from the nearest settlement, which was Fleetown? Fleaburg?
Want something?
Something like that. We'll be able to double check soon enough. But first, another aggressive attempt to get us to upgrade our AIM account. I think we will refrain. I will, however, take a look at this. Hello everyone, your next dose of truth and news by Carrie is here. Legion loses ground. In a stunning turn of events, we have eyewitness reports claiming Ernie Island is no longer under Legion control. After reports of fighting on the island following the execution of one Tinhay Mercedes, it appears the Legion has lost its main stronghold located in Fort Leblow. So far, we have conflicting reports of who now controls the island, with some reports stating a local militia has overthrown the Legion while others claim unknown paramilitary forces. There is a huge surge of reported sightings of mercenary squads in Grand Chien. In the last month alone, we have received eyewitness accounts of heavily armed foreign forces around the Great Savannah, Ernie Island, and various other locations. Our anonymous sources claim the sightings are real and are part of Adonis Corporation's pledge to protect its interest in the country. So far, Adonis is declining any further comment, instead issuing a blanket statement that they will do their utmost to protect their personnel and assets in Grand Chien. Kerfuffle at the Carnival. In an amusing local news story, the events of the Carnival of Love in Pantagruel were marred by the appearance of armed forces. Reports of the following events differ greatly, but it appears a mercenary force was trying to fight or infiltrate Carnival. What followed was a scene of carnage and drug-infused mayhem. Over 30 carts were tipped, multiple girls groped without permission or payment, and fireworks or explosives unleashed. Since this is pretty standard fare as far as Carnival goes, the locals were amused instead of perturbed, until it was discovered that the Carnival Queen herself had gone missing. The foreigners are now taking not only the great riches of this land, but our women too, a local was heard saying. I'm gonna have to guess that was Merc. That sounds like exactly the sort of murky priorities those guys would generally have. They are the low-bid alternative of the mercenary world. You get what you pay for. And then we've got some new rumors here. I'll bet Larry can give us some details about the Carnival incident. So that's all the more reason to bust him out at some point.
The hell you want?
Maybe that's how he actually got caught. I mean, he did always struggle with addictions in the previous games he was in.
Let's go for a walk.
And if Carnival was indeed some sort of drug-fueled, non-stop party,
Sure.
I can easily
Boss us
see him
around.
backsliding while there.
I was hoping that one day I'd earn enough money to visit L'Alle's Rouge. But you know what some guy did? He just went there and kidnapped the prettiest gal in the brothel. Just like that.
Right, yeah, we just read about that.
When the Legion was here, the guards strip-searched everyone. I got more action from them than from my wife.
Mining is hard work, but it beats hanging around at the refugee camp. Sort of.
Camp Refugi?
Don't go to the poacher camp, it's cursed! A demon from hell is hunting the poachers for their sins. They say that when it kills and eats their souls, it nails horns on their heads.
When I was young, I was poor. But after years of hard work, I'm no longer young.
I know everything about your secret mission. You have to kill the Mag people, right? Because they know too much. I know you have to deny it. It's fine. Sorry about these Legion thugs, but when your country is named Big Dog, you expect to find some big fleas, n'est-ce pas?
Mining is hard work, but it beats hanging around at the refugee camp. Sort of.
My name is Venner. Lucky Venner. I am part-time professor of archaeology, expert on the occult, and obtainer of forgotten valuables. Thank you for getting rid of those illiterate bullies. Please, watch your step. This is a fragile archaeological site. Fortune and glory, my friends. Fortune and glory. Can you believe those idiots? They are digging for tiny diamonds among the ruins of legendary King Mufumu's palace. A very rich man he was. I'm sure the treasure of Mufumu is somewhere close by. The scripts clearly mention a certain tree, but I can't find anything matching its description. Oh, you're still here? Did I say tree? I meant 3 stones. A treasure near 3 stones. Yes.
Smooth. Well, gosh, I guess we'll go look for 3 stones then.
Heading out.
Fortune and glory, my friends. Fortune and glory. Fortune and glory, my friends. Fortune and... Oh, this is Schliemann, my little feather tomb raider. He has the mystical power of discovering hidden treasures. Come on, boy, snatch.
All right.
So, you gonna go find it, or...?
Oh, look, he's got a trail. That's it, Schliemann. Make Papa rich.
Let's move.
What is it, boy? What did you find? God damn it, Schliemann. We've talked about this. The price of corn is terrible these days.
Okay.
You remember Schliemann, right? It seems my fellow raider of lost valuables has once again picked up the scent of nearby treasure. You remember Schliemann, right? It seems my fellow raider
So there's either something hidden in all these piles here, or we have to keep an eye out for corn so we can bribe Schliemann. Which does sound absurd when I say it out loud like that, but, I mean, Bernard seems pretty cocksure about his abilities.
Sure.
On my way. All right.
Alright, let's circle back to the dog tent and sweep the camp for valuables.
Yes, sir. We're on it.
Yeah, okay.
What a depressing landmark. It's a doggone shame.
Yeah, okay.
We should take a closer look at this.
We're going, right? Sure, we'll get there.
I guess we're going.
Okay.
Ooh, dexterity, okay. This is definitely the tomb of an ancient warrior, and he's definitely buried with something valuable.
Any cheese in here?
Ancient clay tablet, covered with hieroglyphs that contain words of indecipherable wisdom, or perhaps just the bill for a dinner paid 3,250 years BCE. Also, a piece of Grand Tien's glorious past. Which, to me at least, makes it sound like we should probably hold on to this. Maybe we can hand it off to Venard or some other local collector.
We're going, right?
Okay.
We're moving? We're moving.
As you wish.
Sure. We're going, right?
On my way.
Okay.
Sure. Boss us around.
I can't be sure, but that might be something interesting. Right?
Let's go.
Hey, look at that. We'll get to the root of this mystery. There's something unnatural about this pile of bones. A thorough search reveals a hidden treasure beneath them. Ancient bronze mask. Putting it on makes you want to say, "Smokin'," for no apparent reason. Right. Nice, timely reference to a 30-year-old movie.
Mouse here.
All right.
But I guess we can carry it.
Let's go, yeah?
On my way.
Fine. Okay.
There's another tree, but I'm pretty sure that's where Bernard was standing.
Sure, we'll get there.
You're the boss.
Yeah, this one's clear. Though, I guess that does explain what he was doing there when we showed up.
Let's go.
You know, I've got to say, the relics are nice and all, but there are a shocking lack of diamonds in this diamond mine.
Heading out.
Tak.
It is kind of a shame we didn't get to use this spot,
Yeah, okay.
but we did still steamroll them, so no harm done.
Heading out. I wonder what this is.
Strength check. Well, thankfully, Retcon is jacked now. After a solid push, the stone slab is shoved aside. There is a hidden treasure inside the sarcophagus. Oh no, the mask part 2.
Yes? Let's go.
Now we're getting into some fraught territory.
As you wish.
No wonder this thing was sealed in a giant stone coffin.
Yeah, okay.
So bossy.
On my way.
So, I guess that's it. Let's head out.
This is Santiago. I'm pleased to work with real professionals for a change. Unlike your colleagues from Merck, you don't get lost and you actually deliver.
Aren't you forgetting something, Corazon? I'm running the show here. You keep throwing mercs at me, you'll soon run out of them.
You! Get off my frequency! I have nothing to discuss with you. Santiago out!
Huh. You know, maybe we should, look into encrypted communications or something. I'm just saying. It feels like a pretty major problem with our operational procedures. That said, yeah, I feel like we're at a pretty good stopping point here. We've accomplished our goals today. We filled out our party, made entry onto the mainland, claimed our first mine, and we have a bunch of interesting locations within spitting distance. including a second mine. Where are the others? Let's get a gander here. Capturing and holding those mines is going to be integral for maintaining and eventually expanding our team. Okay, so it's looking like our best bet is to claim this peninsula. And then cross south, grab that second mine, claim that area too. They're both pretty remote, so in theory easily defensible. But I'll crunch some numbers off screen, figure out exactly what our next course of action is going to be. That said, we'll hit the pause button for now. I will do the usual off-screen bookkeeping, figure out our next move, and we will pick up here next time. See you then. Oh, and special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Revenant, Alois, Dragon Matrix 7, Drakiith, Erie V23, EgonAlter, Emile, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Kazorm, Mark Giemza, Nathan Welch Jr., OverlordPherom, RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Rowan Church, Tomasz Piątkowski, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, if you'd also like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Trust me, it does make a difference. Or you could even check out the PayPal, the Patreon, the Nexus GG, or the YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.
Fortune and glory, my friends! Fortune and glory!